guys, in this video we are going to take a look at how we can add polynomials. So basically operation of addition is going to be done on these two polynomials in this example, and the idea is that you want to combine like terms. That's your goal, okay? So let me just copy the problem down here and then we're going to try to solve it. So I've got 5x squared minus 4x plus 2, and that's the polynomial. And then I want to add to that 3x squared plus 9x minus 6. Okay, so the first thing I ask myself is, do I have any subtractions? And I do have subtraction right here, and then there is another subtraction over here. So all of the subtractions, I always advise students to change them to add a negative. So sometimes we remove the plus because we have plus minus is the same thing as subtract, but now it's the opposite. So instead of saying 5x squared minus 4x, we're going to say plus minus 4x, okay? And then plus 2. So we basically want to turn everything with the plus sign. Plus 3x squared plus 9x, and then the minus 6 again, we do the same thing. We're going to say plus negative 6, okay? The next thing is to combine like terms. So what you're looking at is you're looking at the numbers next to the x squared. So these are all your like terms, 5x squared and 3x squared, and you are adding them up. So imagine just there is no x squared. What is 5 plus 3? So you can do that on a calculator or you can do it in your head. 5 plus 3 is 8. So then you get 8x squared. So the same thing you would have it if you have 5 apples plus 3 apples. That's 8 apples, right? So I take 5 apples, another 3, I get 8, right? And then the same variable, x squared, so don't make it anything different. It's like apple is an apple, okay? This is also an apple. It's not going to be apple squared or whatever. This is just x squared. Okay, now the next like terms would be negative 4x and plus 9x, okay? So we want to combine them into one term. So do not look at x, just do negative 4 plus 9. Okay, so negative 4 plus 9 is 5. Again, you can use a calculator to do that. So this is going to be plus 5x. So think somebody took away 4 cars and then gave you back 9 cars. I don't know. It's toy cars. What happens? They took away 4, but then they gave you 9. So now you have plus 5, right? But you have cars, nothing else. So the x stays x. Okay. Finally, we deal with the numbers, like the separate numbers. Okay. So then this one plus 2 and minus 6. Okay, so what is 2 minus 6 or 2 plus negative 6 is the same thing, is a plus negative 4. Or you can just write this as usually we do not write plus minus, we just do subtraction. So the final answer will be minus 4. So that's your final answer. Okay, now let me just look at one more example. Okay, so let's just say we want to do something like this. So we also add in polynomials. So I got negative 4x plus 12 and then plus 8x minus 3. Okay, so this is my example number 2. So what do I do with that? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to ask myself, do I have any subtractions? Because I don't want them. Okay, so first negative 4x, that's not a subtraction, that's just a minus in front of it, plus 12 plus 8x, but then here, right here, I've got minus 3, right? That's subtraction. So instead of subtracting, I'm going to add a negative. Okay. So now let's combine like terms. So what are the like terms here? Well, we got negative 4x and we got 8x. So it's like somebody took away 4 bananas and gave you 8 bananas. So that would give you plus 4 bananas, right? Minus 4 plus 8 on a calculator would be 4. Okay. And then we're going to do the numbers. Okay. So what are the numbers? Well, we have plus 12 and then minus 3. So 12 minus 3, that's plus 9. Okay, so that's your final answer here. All right, maybe let's just do another example. Okay, let's do this one. This looks like it's pretty complicated. So we're going to do that one and then that's it. Okay, so here we have minus 8x cubed plus 6x squared minus 7x plus 1. Okay, we want to add Man, that's a lot of terms. 7x cubed plus 5x squared minus x minus 6. Okay, so first get rid of all subtractions, make them a plus minuses. Okay, so here we have negative 8x cubed plus 6x squared. There is your subtraction, so let's change it to a plus minus. Okay, plus 1 plus 7x cubed plus 5x squared plus minus x. Actually, whenever you see a minus in front of a variable, I would suggest don't leave it as just a minus, leave it as just minus 1. Okay, so I'm gonna do plus minus 1x. Oops, it doesn't want to change. Okay, and then plus minus 6. Okay, so now I'm trying to combine like terms. Okay, let's start with the first ones. We have the cubes with the cubes. So minus 8 plus 7 on a calculator is minus 1. So we get minus 1x cubed. Okay, that sounds like a plan. Okay, now we have plus 6x squared and plus 5x squared. Okay, so what is that? Well, 6 plus 5 is 11x squared. Okay, all right, next. Let's do minus 7x minus 1x. So it's minus 7 minus 1. So on the calculator, we will see that that's minus 8x, right? So x here, nothing else is changing. Finally, I have to find another color. How about this ugly green? So plus 1 and minus 6. So plus 1 minus 6 is minus 5. Or you can put plus minus 5 if you want. But ultimately, at the final answer, we're going to get rid of all these plus minuses and just replace them with a minus. Also, minus 1x cubed, people don't write it like that. People just write minus x cubed. So plus 11 squared. Then the plus minus becomes just a minus. And this plus minus becomes just a minus. And that is my final answer here.